that thing? I have no idea. Is it a new monster? No, you idiot. Clearly it's a black dragon. Ladies, gentlemen, and monsters of all ages, what a wonderful time to be alive. Here we are amidst a 6-week-long mega festival, and Capcom says, oh, by the way, there's still new stuff coming. And not only is it coming, it's coming soon. And not only is it coming soon, but it's the end.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
The final stand. Wait, isn't that an X-Men movie? Oh, no, but, well, Wolverine is in this too, so close enough. What does this mean, then? Well, to be honest, it all but confirms what we are going to be fighting. The new creature coming to Iceborne in the next main title update. It brings it down to nearly 2 candidates, because of 2 things. First, we are taking this name of the final stand to mean it will be the final update of Iceborne, which does fit with the timing of the game. This, combined with the fact that we are guaranteed a returning monster, according to the most recent roadmap that Capcom released, severely limits the possibilities, as there is no way that they wouldn't end Iceborne with a really big shebang. The coming update is so precisely laid out in front of us that it would be hard to truly surprise us. Why did I say that?
What have I done?
The way I see it, the most likely option given the knowledge that we have is the return of one more Black Dragon, the king of them all, the Lord of Fire and technical god of all monsters, Fatalis! A classic fight and the original Black Dragon, the first big boy ever introduced into the series, and to be honest with you, you haven't seen his fight before, suffice it to say it hasn't changed much since Monster Hunter G. So, you know, he was sort of due a nice change, and here's hoping that he gets one. And there's a ton of ways that they could do it, too. Like, aside from giving him a full-on new map, a new area, they could, you know, instead maybe reuse the arena from the story mode Velkhana quest the first time that we fight her. Let you take advantage of the Dragon Razor and the Gatling Ballista for a fight that would probably feel eerily similar to Fatalis' original area in the old games. After all, the layout isn't all that different when you look at where stuff is. It could definitely work. But that is keeping it within the realm of easy, which seems silly to stay within, given we are talking about reworking an entire monster, a black dragon, to make them feel truly epic. Well, one way that could also happen is potentially a siege, right? We've had the Kulve Taroth siege, we've had the Safi'jiiva siege, and honestly, if lore is to be believed, Fatalis is easily at the power level where even at his size, he'd probably require the same amount of people to kill as a Safi'jiiva, so explaining it in-game would be far from difficult. I mean, who knows? Honestly, this guy is truly the limit with this one. If he is being released, reworked to be the final monster of the game, there is truly nothing that they could not do with him. They can get as crazy as they want. They can try crazy things. And that also includes the equipment too.
Shut up and take my money!
And given how undeniably well done Alatreon has been done in Iceborne, like, regardless of how you feel about the fairness of the fight, it is undeniable that fighting him actually feels like fighting a black dragon. Given that, I have a feeling that Fatalis coming to Iceborne would be nothing short of a full-on resurrection of his character and how he looks in the eyes of the community, truly bringing him into the light and giving him a fight deserving of the title that he holds.
He is the one.
And that is the simple answer, the easy answer, and honestly, the boring answer, the one we all expect, Fatalis. That said, Capcom has been a little bit sneaky working around their roadmaps in Iceborne so far in the past, sometimes mentioning just one monster and then surprising us with 2 or something along those lines. So my super secret bonus theory is, if this is the final stand, as in the final update, as in no more new monsters after this, then maybe there are 2 monsters. One of them is 100% a returning monster, maybe Fatalis, maybe not Fatalis. In this scenario, I'd say less likely to be Fatalis because of the work that would go into the second monster I'm about to suggest. The one that we all love theorizing about, the final form of Jiva. If Xeno'jiiva is a baby and Safi'jiiva is an adolescent, what does an adult look like? Or an elder Jiva? If it's more powerful, could it possibly be Black Dragon level? possible? My thought has always been that this expansion will end on this type of creature, the perfect cap to Iceborne, a new Black Dragon level Jiiva monster. It would just make such a nice story. So maybe I'm just running away with it in my mind because I still want it to be true, even though it's not looking all that likely. But let's be honest, we're gonna get Fatalis, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But why am I so sure? Well, maybe everyone is focusing on the wrong word here. The final stand. The final stand? The final stand? You shouldn't be looking at final, you should be looking at the. Just kidding. You should be looking at stand. Think about it. Capcom are the lords of wordplay. 95% of quest names are puns. Why would their developer diary name be any different? And can you name me one monster, one specific monster known specifically for standing on his hind legs during his fight to enter a different stance? I'm just saying, I would be absolutely amazed if this doesn't lead to a Fatalis in the game. It's too perfect, too neatly wrapped up, too nicely packaged, so I hope you're ready for a challenge.
Fight a dragon?
But if you want to get into the slightly crazier realm, just because a hunter can dream, can't they? What about the other Fatali? Who's to say that we only get one Fatalis? Why couldn't he come alongside Crimson, or even White Fatalis as well? Sure, it would take a lot more effort from the development team, but again, if this is, in theory, the final update of the game, anything is possible, right? I definitely don't consider this likely, but it's possible. Either way, I think it's safe to say that we are in for an absolute treat of an update. Iceborne has been stuffed chock full of fun and interesting monsters, with more being added all the time. And with how much passion is just dripping off of this expansion as a whole, there is no way that I don't see this final update containing a monster that perfectly caps off Iceborne. One that truly wraps the whole experience up with an unforgettable fight. That, or, you know, we've just completely blown this out of proportions, and the final stand is just a cool, ominous quest name that doesn't actually mean anything about the timeline of the game as a whole. Thankfully, we'll know tomorrow. Alright everyone, I've been Cotton Dinosaur. Are you excited for this update? What do you think it is exactly? Like if you like the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet. This is the brand new outro to tell you all the things that you do that we love, so let's start with something simple and say, oh, we love your eyes. When they're watching us play video games, when we make a bunch of jokes that are kinda lame, or when they gaze upon our failures as we try to kill the monsters or important news about the Kingdom Animalia. Rage, Content, and Hollow are all here, talking about the things you want to hear. So if you want to be the first to hear, like and subscribe and the bell and we'll cheer. Some of you are patrons, even though we are all the noobs and you're the pros. There's nothing we can do to thank you. No, really, there's nothing we could possibly do. Goodbye.